And welcome back, everyone, to Overtime, the last portion of it. Our special guest, Gerald Glass, former NBA player, first-round draft pick, 20th pick overall by the Minnesota Timberwolves, and of course, from Greenwood, started LZ, Delta State, and Ole Miss. A lot of kids, they dream of wanting to be in those shoes right there. I want to be a first-round draft pick. I want to make it to the league. What's the advice that you can give kids that have those aspirations of wanting to follow in the footsteps of Gerald Glass?
Well, first of all, you have to do your work in school. I encourage kids to get in school and get an education because there's so many basketball players out there training, so many guys trying to get to the NBA. It's hard. It's really hard to get there. Only so many can make it. So I encourage them to stay in school and to try to get an education and you know, to have something to fall back on just in case their dreams, you know, come short.
All right. And for right now, what has Gerald been up to in terms of your career right now and the direction that it could be going? Because I sense that you could be coming back into coaching, but kind of fill us in on where you stand right now with your career and what has life been like for Gerald?
Well, it's come full circle again. You know, I'm coaching. I mean, I'm teaching at the elementary school where I started playing basketball, East Elementary. I'm teaching 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. And that's where I started playing basketball. So that's what I've been doing the last year or so. And, you know, hopefully I can get into coaching in the future.
And speaking of the future, the NBA, just wanted to touch on this. We just saw the Celtics win the title. I know you being a basketball fan, you were probably tuned in. The C's, they're going to be around. You think they're going to perhaps form a dynasty? You got Jaylen Brown, you got Jason Tatum, you got Drew Holiday, Porzingis. Think this is a team that we could see make a run and become one of those dynasties like we've seen with the Lakers a few years back?
Well, you know, coming out of the East, I think they're going to be there basically every year with that kind of team if they keep them together. The competition is in the West. You know, there's more teams out in the West, but but the East, I think Boston will control the East, you know, the next few years.
And I know, too, that the WNBA side of things, big news has been Caitlin Clark. I don't know if you had a chance to just kind of keep an eye on what's been going on in the league and with her, but your take, your observations, think she's getting a fair shake and getting treated fairly?
I think it's a little bullying going on, you know, but if she's just got to be tough and just stay strong and stay the course. And, you know, she's a tough player, and I think she's going to end up, you know, being a great player in that league. But, you know, they're giving her a tough time right now, but, you know, it comes with the territory.
Yeah. So you think it's fair? That's a question.
I mean, it's not fair, but, you know, but she's got to suck it up and just keep playing. She's going to get better. And you know, the women are going to make it tough for her, you know, but she's a big name coming in, so I can understand how they feel, you know. But she's making the league better. She's bringing positive attention to the league.
Wow. And last question before I let you go. Pro wrestling, they tell me you're a huge fan, or at least was a huge fan at one time. Pro wrestling, tell me a little about that love for the WWF, or world-renowned wrestling, I think I'm not mistaken what it was called. I did a little research, but they tell me that, man, if Gerald didn't pick up a basketball, he may have been
you know, man, I record wrestling every week. I record SmackDown and also Monday Night Raw. So
gotcha.
I'm still a big wrestling fan, but I grew up during the era back in the 70s, man, the Mid-South wrestling with Cowboy Bill Watts and Junkyard Dog and the Freebirds. So, you know, I've been watching wrestling my whole life.
Wow.
It's just part of my, you know, growing up.
Wow, wow. That's something. That's something.
Yes.
Well, Gerald, world class, we appreciate your time, man. It's been a blast sharing your life story and your journey and how you got to where you are. And we want to just wish you nothing but continued success. I know you won a couple of state titles back at Amanda Elsie a few years ago. And if you're led back into the path of coaching on the high school level, we hope you can maybe bring some gold balls again back to the Delta, and we just want to support you along the way, and thank you again for taking time out of your schedule to join
thanks
us
for having
here
me,
on
man.
Overtime, man.
Thank
you.
me. I appreciate you,
All
man.
right. World class joining us here, and what an honor for me to have him here to talk about his life story yet again. We want to thank Mr. Glass for taking time out of his busy schedule and blessing us with his time. We want to thank you, the viewer, as well, for blessing us with your time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night, and we will see you a little later on. Good night.